Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you all? I hope that you all will be in a fantastic mood and good health and spirit. Today is 25th of May 2021. I am NISAR UL MURSALEEN and this is class 11th of Boys Higher Secondary School Unisoo. Today our topic is the concept of sociology and its nature. As you know, in the last class we read about some concepts like the concept of science. What is science? What does science mean? The concept of scientific knowledge. What constitutes a scientific knowledge? And also the categories of science like the physical science and the social science. And also we read about the concept of society. What do we mean by society? And this concept we read from a layman's point of view and from a sociological point of view. As I have already mentioned that these concepts are important because they will help us, they will assist us in having a deeper insight, in having a deeper understanding, and in having a broader comprehension of the concepts of sociology, its subject matter, its scope, and other related terms and concepts that we will learn and study in the course of time. So let us begin with the concept of sociology. Sociology, the term was coined by Auguste Comte in 1839. So first of all, this term, sociology, was propounded by a French philosopher, thinker, and a French sociologist whose name was Auguste Comte. Auguste Comte was a French sociologist who used this term sociology for the first time in 1839. It means that before 1839, or we can say before Auguste Comte, the term sociology was or had never been used by any scholar, by any thinker, by any philosopher in any study of or in any branch of knowledge, in any field of study or any branch of knowledge. So, in this sense, Auguste Comte is generally known as father of sociology. It is because he had coined this term. He used this term sociology for the first time. But initially he used a term social physics. But later on, when he came to know, when he learned that one of the scholars, a Belgian scholar known as Adolf Quetelet, had already used this term social physics while he was studying the social statistics. So he Auguste Comte changed this term social physics and he coined a new term sociology. So basically he first of all used a term social physics, but later on he changed and coined a new term because he had learned that this social physics term had already been used by a scholar. So he changed this term and coined a new term, propounded a new term, sociology. So he is known as the father of sociology generally. Sociology can be defined as a study of society or social life, of group interaction, of social or collective behavior. So what is sociology? Sociology is basically a science of society, study of society. As we have already learned about the concept of society, it is the interactions, it is the interrelations among the members. It is not individual, it is collective. When we study the collective behavior, group interaction, group behavior, or we can say we study social life, we say that this science is known as sociology. It is study of the social life, it is study of the collective behavior. It is not the study of individual behavior, it is the study of individual behavior when he lives in the group, how he interacts, how he interrelates with himself. So when we study collective behavior, when we study interaction among a collective or among a group, So we say that this is known as sociology. This study, this science is known as sociology. So basically, sociology is study of society. But here a point has to be noted that society is a broader term. It is a very vast term. So it is an umbrella term. So in the coming lectures, we will try to elaborate this term society. So here basically we have to learn that what sociology means. Sociology means the study of society, study of collective behavior. Study of society means the study of interrelations and interactions, because we have learned that society is the web or a network of interactions and or social interactions and social interrelationships. Now, the etymological meaning of this term sociology, where from this term sociology has been derived, from which language this has been taken, or how this term sociology emerged. This is known as etymological meaning. Etymological meaning derived from Latin word socius or societas, meaning society, companion, or associate. So this term sociology, it is a combination of two terms. One of its part which has been derived from a Latin word socius or societas. Both mean one and the same. Socius or societas means society or group or companion or associate, and the other term logos has been derived from this logi has been derived from logos, which is a Greek word for knowledge, science, or study. So we can say this term sociology etymologically has been derived from two words, one Latin word socius and the other Greek word logos, wherein socius means society, group, or associate, or companion, or friend, and the other term logos is a Greek word which means study or knowledge or science. So etymologically speaking, sociology is means science of society, study of society. This is etymological meaning of sociology. Sociology is the study of man's behavior in groups, or of the interaction among human beings, of social relationships, and the process by which human group activity takes place. The general meaning of sociology, after having its definition, or we can say having the etymological meaning, we can say that the general meaning of sociology is the study of man's behavior in groups. It studies man's behavior in groups, because we have already learned that sociology studies collective behavior. It doesn't study human individual behavior in isolation. It studies individuals or a man's behavior when he lives in groups, how he interacts with that group, how he interrelates himself with that group. For example, we have family. Family is a social institution, it is also a group. So it is the basic unit of society. When we study the interaction among different members of the family, we say we are studying it sociologically. This is sociology. We can't say that we study the behavior of a member of a family in isolation, but we study the man's behavior, the members, the individual's behavior in relation to the group when he lives collectively in a group. Of the interactions among human beings, how the human beings who live in a group, how they interact with each other, how they interrelate with each other, how they communicate with each other, what are the relations among them, how do they uh, realize, or how do they interact, how do they interrelate one themselves to one another. Of social relationships and the problem by which and the process by which human groups activity takes place. And also it is the study of social relationships. We have already learned about social relationships. For example, a person lives in a family, how he is related with other members of the family, what is their relationship. So on the basis of this relationship, you know that every member of the member of the family, because family is also a society, it's a basic unit of society. So in order to understand the larger society, we can take the example of family. So when we study a family, because there are different members, every member has a separate role. It is because how that particular member is related with other members of the family that describes or that defines his role. So we study the social relationships among the members of the group and the process by which human group activity takes place, and it also studies that process through which human group activity takes place. As I already mentioned that when we study a family, there are different members and every member has a different role, and when they collectively cooperate, when they collectively interrelate oneself with each other, themselves with each other, so that group activity takes place. So it is sociology which studies this process of group activity. How does this group activity takes place? So I hope that this is the basic meaning of sociology, and I hope that you understood it. As etymologically, it has been derived from two words. One Latin word socius or societas means companionship or associate or friendship or society or group, and the other word has been derived from a Greek word logos, which means science or study. So etymologically speaking, sociology is the study of society. And what is society? It is the group behavior, it is the interrelationships, and it is the interaction among the members of that group. It studies collective behavior, it studies social life, it studies social relationships, and it studies the process through which all this social action, all this social group activity takes place. Now we will have a look on the definitions of sociology. Some definitions of sociology have been given here. Definitions here mean that some scholars of sociology have tried to define sociology, to give a precise meaning of sociology in their own words or in their own opinions. First definition here is sociology may be defined as a body of scientific knowledge about human relationship. It has been given by J.F. Kuber, born in 1911. First definition given by J.F.